You're back. We love that. And today we're going to be talking about the top 8 clay mask mistakes that you are probably making. So I see a lot of people using clay masks lately, and I see it on Instagram, I see it, on Snapchat, I see it everywhere. They're posting pictures with their boyfriends and they're like, skincare. JK, I'm not making fun of you guys. But yeah, I see that it's really popular, so I just want to make sure that y'all are using it correctly, and yeah, so I'm here to help. So we're just gonna get straight into it, but first I do need to comment on something. Today we will not be getting very scientifical, but that's okay because I chose to have the glasses on because I don't know, I kind of like them. So number 1 is you're not taking into account your skin type. So if you have dry skin, you can absolutely use this, but you absolutely have to make sure that you're applying a moisturizer right after. And for people with oily skin, I mean, this product's perfect for you because it sucks up everything. But also wear a moisturizer as well because clay masks are very, 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 very drying. So yeah. But also for dry, well, this is more for combination skin. So if you have combination skin where you have parts that you're oily and parts that you're dry, then what I recommend you to do is only put the clay mask on the parts where you're oily. So for me, my most oily parts would be my forehead area, my nose, and then my chin. That's where my oiliness is more present. So yeah, just take into consideration your skin type. So number 2 is applying it right before an important event. And this doesn't happen to everyone, but it does happen to some people where they do a bunch of stuff to make their skin look good for the day of, and they do it the night before. But what you might want to not do is put a clay mask into that routine, only because sometimes it makes you end up getting pimples the next morning, the day of your event. And this is because clay masks, they bring everything to the surface. Everything. It's really good for a deep clean, don't get me wrong, but if you already had a pimple there that you didn't know about, it's gonna come out, possibly. Mistake number 3 that you could be making is not cleansing your face before applying the clay mask. Now I see this, I don't really see this too often. I think it's mostly common sense, but the reason you really want to be doing this is because, well, the purpose of the clay mask is to deep clean. It's supposed to get the dirt and oils that are more deep in your pores. And if you don't take that off, then it's not going to be doing the job it needs to do. So what I recommend is either using a micellar water or a gentle facial cleanser before you apply a face mask. I don't have micellar water because I don't really use makeup, and I feel like micellar water is mostly what it's used for. But yeah. So number 4 is applying with dirty hands, and I've talked about clean hands before, so this is for any product across the board that you're going to be using your fingertips or your entire hand. Just make sure it's clean. And the safest way to go when applying a clay mask is buy a face mask applicator, but with those, make sure that you're sanitizing them before and after for the absolute cleanness. Okay, so number 5 is you're using way too much. Now I see this so often that I see people that either post or something and they just put too much of the clay mask on, and contrary to belief, it's not going to do its job even better. You're just caking on more. And yeah, a thin layer will suffice. It's also better to help you conserve the amount of product you have. So number 6 is you're leaving it on for too long. And I know, we get relaxed and we forget, or we're just chilling, waiting for it to dry. Yes, you want to wait for it to dry, but you also don't want to wait for it to dry excessively because that will dry out your skin very, 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 very badly. And yeah, so I guess the best bet is just to put a timer on, and on average, most clay masks will instruct you to only leave it on for 10 minutes. So I'd say a good rule of thumb is just 10 minutes, but usually it should give you specific instructions for that product. If it doesn't, then 10 minutes is your safest bet. Number 7 is you forget to use them on a consistent basis. So I feel like a lot of people treat clay masks like they're a treat that you have every now and then, and that's not how it's supposed to be. If you're trying to get like this deep clean, or you're using the clay mask for a youthful glow, because I know it has different purposes, but if you're doing it for the purpose of rejuvenating your skin, doing it once a month is not going to suffice. So a good amount to do it if you're doing it for rejuvenation of your skin is 1 to 2 times a week. But if you have dry skin, maybe once every other week or just once a week. It just depends on your skin. But definitely if you're trying to get the effects of that clay mask, you need to be doing it on a consistent basis and not just once every other month, once a month, once in a while. And number eight is you haven't attempted multi-masking. Now, what is multi-masking? And I feel like this is pretty self-explanatory, but it's when you use different masks at different parts of your face. So a clay mask, you don't have to use it all across the board, all around your face. Now, you could if you want to, but like I said in the first tip with your skin types, like me, I only use the clay masks on mostly my nose, my forehead, and my chin because that's where I'm oily. But here, I'm more, not dry, but it's just, like my skin and my cheeks is really, really healthy. So I just kind of like more like a hydrator or an anti-aging type of mask. And you know, if you have different skin problems in different parts, then you want to be targeting only that part. So like if you only have acne on your forehead, use masks like clay masks are really good for deep cleaning there. But if you don't really have problems here, you could still use a clay mask for like the whole rejuvenating effect. But you know, you can also try, you know, a hydrating mask or something. So yeah. So those are the 8 mistakes that you could possibly be making with clay masks or even masks in general. So you know what time it is. You know what time it is. So it's time for tip of the day. So I always try to make the tip of the day kind of relate with what I'm talking about. So today's tip of the day is whenever you're applying a clay mask or some masks, they're similar to clay masks, you want to be applying them kind of fast. So you don't want to be super duper rushing, but you also want to apply it kind of fast only because you want it to dry evenly so that whenever you wash it off, you have, you know, an even amount of time that your skin had it on there. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed the video today. I was really excited to make this one because yeah, I feel like masks are really, really popular and I just really hope that y'all are using them right. So thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.